The Chronicles of Verena. Book 1. Ashes of Veythra. The city of Veythra was a jewel, once white marble towers rising like frozen waves, bridges of glass spanning canals lit by lanterns. From afar, it gleamed as a triumph of order and ambition. But beauty was only ever a mask, and masks are meant to be broken. Verena knew this. She had walked its streets as a shadow, a whisper, a smile glimpsed in an alley. Few remembered when she first arrived, an orphan girl with hair as black as spilled ink and eyes like deep pools of crimson fire. People dismissed her at first, the child of no one, the ward of shadows. Yet she watched and she listened. Veythra was not flawless. Its priests were corrupt, its council bought and sold, its people weary of the chains hidden beneath their luxuries. It only needed a hand to pull the threads. And Verena's hands were eager. The high priest fell first. Verena haunted his dreams like a silken shadow. She whispered doubts in the dark, weaving them between prayers until he awoke trembling, certain that the gods had turned against him. His sermons unraveled into raving madness. The faithful scattered, whispering that perhaps holiness itself had been a lie. Verena sat in the cathedral rafters, swinging her legs as she watched the congregation dissolve into chaos, her lips curved in mischief. The magistrate came next. His laws had always been brittle things, held together with bribes and the silence of those too afraid to speak. Verena did not need to invent lies. Truth was sharper. One night she appeared in his study, her gown a shroud of black velvet etched with crimson designs that seemed to writhe in the candlelight. She leaned close, red eyes glinting. "I know every coin you have taken, every body you have buried. Would you like the city to know as well?" By dawn, the streets roared with fury. Neighbors dragged one another into the open, demanding blood for old wounds. Families fractured, friendships curdled. The magistrate fled, but Verena already had her claws in the crowd. They no longer needed a tyrant to tell them what to do. They had become tyrants themselves. The fire began in the market district. No one remembered who struck the first torch, only that the flames spread faster than reason could stop them. Within hours, glass bridges shattered, towers split, and the once orderly city became a chorus of screams. Smoke curled against the heavens, blotting out the moon. Verena walked calmly through the inferno, her dress trailing soot. Those who caught her gaze did not run, they followed. Broken men with knives, zealots shrieking prayers to a god that had abandoned them, women with blood on their hands and a strange calm in their eyes. She became the center of a growing storm, not by decree, but by desire. They wanted her smile, that promise of destruction dressed as freedom. When the council begged for mercy, Verena only tilted her head and laughed. "Mercy?" she whispered, her voice cutting sharper than any blade. "This is mercy. I have freed you from the lie of order." By the week's end, Veythra was gone. Its towers were ash, its people scattered to madness. What remained was a skeleton of smoke and ruin, echoing with Verena's laughter. She stood at its heart, her crimson eyes reflecting the fires she had birthed. To her small but devoted following, she was no longer a nameless girl. She was a prophet of corruption, the embodiment of liberation through chaos. The world beyond Veythra would hear the whispers soon. Already, travelers carried stories of the black-haired girl in the Gothic dress, the serpent smile that left cities in ruins. Some called her a demon, others a savior, but all agreed on one truth: wherever Verena walked, order would crumble. And Verena? She only smiled wider. Veythra was ashes, yes, but ashes were fertile soil. This was only the beginning.